I don't understand. How?
That is a very, very long story. But I'm happy to tell you if...
Not now. Just... Is there a short version?
Steve thought for a second. Well, the world needed saving again. And then, so did I. So here I am.
Here you are.
She said softly. Thanks to you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How so?
Because of all of the possible predetermined paths, all of the destinies I could choose from, there was only one with you. Peggy blinked in confusion.
Steve, you can't choose a predetermined destiny. That doesn't make any sense.
Steve shrugged. Well, it's funny. In my life, I've learned that there have got to be at least 1 million things in this universe that don't make any sense. He looked deeply into her eyes. But right now, I can't think of one. She kissed him again, gently, but just as passionately. Then she smiled and put a finger to his lips.
Let's have some music, shall we?
Yes, ma'am. She moved to her record collection and pulled out a Harry James album. She set it on the turntable, turned it on, and dropped the needle. The sounds of the orchestra put a wide smile of recognition on Steve's face. It was one of his favorites, too. Peggy stood still for a moment before turning to face Steve again. Her eyes grew moist once more at the sight of him.
I thought maybe you wouldn't be there when I turned around. That maybe I imagined all of this.
Steve slowly walked towards her and extended his hand. He put her hand in his, and he pulled her into his embrace. They swayed together, letting the music take them where it wanted. Peggy tightened her embrace and pressed her face against his chest.
You're not going to disappear again, are you?
Her voice began to tremble.
Because frankly, I'm not sure that I could take it.
Steve gently whispered in her ear. For you, ma'am, I've got all the time in the world. The entire evening lay ahead of them, and the next day, and the day after. A lifetime of tomorrows. Steve knew what some of them would bring. Others were still a mystery. But regardless, he would experience them all for himself. Because he would live each day to its fullest. Because he wouldn't do it alone. And because, for the first time, now that he finally allowed himself to be, Steve Rogers was happy.